are back into the action here, folks, from the break on a Monday, hottest show on the streets, getting your work week started off right. The number one forum for Crimson Tide football news, in my own words, with yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. And as always, Tide Nation, be sure to drop a thumbs up, give a like on the show, hit that subscribe button, turn all of those notifications on, so that way you can have the best in news, notes, information, and coverage here on your Crimson Tide. But as we're trying to get Brad Lester here on the phone line, we're going to look at one Mac Jones right here. Look at one Mac Jones, quarterback for the Crimson Tide, and how I think he is built to take this team to a national championship. And Mac Jones has had a tremendous offseason. He's not only worked on his craft this summer in terms of the tightness of his throwing ability, the mechanics of his throwing ability, but he's also worked on his body this offseason, this summer as well. He's grown an inch. He's now at 6'3", 215 pounds. So he's bulked up. He's put on some muscle. He looks like an SEC quarterback. He looks like the prototypical NFL quarterback right now as we speak. And along with Patrick Surtain in a Zoom call over the weekend, Jalen Waddle was also interviewing or talking with local media on Saturday. And he spoke about just the chemistry and the camaraderie that he and Mac and Jones have right now. He spoke on how Mac is taking this year. He's taken this year personally for himself. He is really leading this team. He is out there leading this offense, leading this team, leading the players on the field. And while last year it was more so of him learning the process, understanding what's going on the field, taking things game by game, week by week, especially when Tua got hurt first off against Tennessee, and then second off against Mississippi State, sustaining that dislocated right hip. Jones was kind of taking things one step at a time, but now he is really gone full throttle with leading this offense. And according to Waddle, Jones looks really, really good out there on the field. And just, to me, Coach Saban has won. Coach Saban has proven that he can win championships with a different variety, with a vast variety of quarterbacks, right? I mean, he showed that he can win championships with the game-managing types in Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron. He did it with both guys. Won national championships with both guys. Both guys were not flashy. Both guys weren't really kind of wowing type guys, but Coach Saban was able to win nationals with both guys. And then he took a guy in Jacob Coker who had one of the better deep balls from a quarterback that we have seen at the program, at the university, and a guy that would just lower his shoulders and run guys over and earn the admiration of his teammates for doing that. So we've seen, Coach Saban win with Jacob Coker, and then the sort of combination of Jalen Hurts and Tua Tagovailoa getting a championship. Jalen Hurts carrying it the bulk of the way in 2017. And then you get to the college football playoff national championship. Hurts had some struggles there. First half against Georgia. You throw Tua out there in the second half, and Tagovailoa, a freshman, then showed that he was not afraid of the big moment. The moment wasn't too big, too starstruck for him, and he had 3 touchdown passes in the game, including the game-winning 41-yard strike to Devontae Smith on 2nd and 26. So Saban has shown it doesn't matter what you give me at the quarterback position. I can work with it. I can manage it. I can maneuver it. I can get it done. And then you look at, if not for Lane Kiffin doing, cute plays in the 2014 CFP semifinal of a 2015 Sugar Bowl against Ohio State off a 2014 season. If Lane Kiffin stuck to the plan, ran the football behind one Cam Robinson at left tackle, using Derrick Henry out the backfield there and working, Blake Sims in as he was doing that, the Crimson Tide would have won a national championship with Blake Sims, who was a converted wide receiver, running back, defensive back, turned quarterback. And then in 2016, if not for heroic efforts from one Deshaun Watson in the 2017 national championship game for Clemson on that final drive, getting the 35-31 win for the Tigers, Alabama would have won a national championship with Jalen Hurts as a true freshman. But said all that to say this, Saban has proven, Saban's got a track record of, you can give me the game managing quarterback, I will win with it. You can give me the quarterback that's got the great deep ball and run people over, I can win with that. You can give me the combination of quarterbacks in Jalen Hurts and Tua Tagovailoa, and I can win with that as well. And as I look at Mac Jones here, this is somebody that really understands the full totality of this team. Now, does he have the wowing new, does he have the fresh car smell that a Bryce Young has? No, absolutely does not have the fresh car smell that a Bryce Young has. But even with that not being in the picture here, this is still somebody that's got 4 years of experience, going into his 4th year of experience on this team and on this offense. And I've mentioned this once before, people kind of undersell the idea of, well, just because he's in the offense for 4 years, that don't mean nothing. Just because he's in the offense and knows the system for 4 years, that don't mean anything. That has no value. That has tremendous value, especially when you're in a situation where you've got especially when you're in a situation where it's high pressure. You're in a situation where it's high pressure, things are not immediately, going your way, going to your style, going to how you picture things would go, and you got guys around you that things may not be going their way, things may not be going the way they would like for them to go. You need to have that guy that's sort of been there, done that. It's a big deal. You need to have that guy that's sort of been there, done that, can calm everybody down, and that can speak, and everybody around that position knows, hey, this is a cat that's been here before. This is a cat that understands this league. This is a cat that understands his mindset. This is a cat that, we don't have to necessarily hear Saban say stuff about the offense. We can hear what Mac Jones is saying about this offense, and Mac Jones is going to keep us trending forward. So it's a big deal when you have somebody that's got that experience, because this Nick Saban system, defensively, you can plug and play guys, right? Defensively, you can plug a guy into that outside linebacker position, and he may not have to know the entire Dime Rabbits package, but if his main thing is just affect the quarterback, attack the quarterback, and get sacks, you can plug and play that guy in. The same thing with, the defensive end. You can pretty much plug a defensive end in on the line, because his main job is, hey, fight off the defense, fight off the offensive tackle, get to the quarterback, or swim in, attack the running back, use my pass rush moves. Or you could just plug and play guys in that star in the defensive back row or that money row in the dime. But offensively, it's a little bit different, because the offense is a bit more unorthodox. The offense is a bit more complex. The offense has a bit more word jargon. The offense is a bit more terminology, a bit more, schemes and formations and schematics and things of that nature. And even one, Jalen Waddle talked about it. This offense is not an easy offense to learn. It's not an easy offense to master, especially with one Steve Sarkisian in here running a true West Coast offense style with pro NFL tendencies. So when you have a guy like a Mac Jones who has been here for 3 years, going into his 4th year, he knows not only where to go to with the football, but if this breaks down, I know I got this. If that breaks down, I know I got that over here. If they're bracketing my guy on this side, I know I got the check down. He pretty much has everything ingrained into memory, what I do regardless of the situation. What I do regardless of what happens. I know where to go to with the football in any sort of a situation. And for a lot of people that feel like, well, Steven, the main thing is, Mac Jones is not a runner. We need somebody that can run the football. Go back, once again, watch the Iron Bowl. There were 2 plays in that matchup. It was a 3rd down and 7, 3rd and 10 in the first half, where Jones pulled the ball down, tucked it under, picked up 10 yards with his feet, got the first down, knocked the guy over. There was even a 4th down and 7 in the 4th quarter with 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the game, if I'm not mistaken, where Jones pulls the ball down, escapes the pocket, uses his feet, picked up a 1st down, and put Alabama in a situation where it makes a field goal from Joseph Blvd E. It goes into overtime at Jordan-Hare Stadium in the Iron Bowl, and it has a chance to beat the Tigers in that matchup. Steve Sarkisian talked about it. Hey, we put him out there against Tennessee when Tua got hurt. It was a bit of a shock and awe situation for Mac. Wasn't quite prepared for that moment right then. Didn't get a speech, didn't get a pep talk, but he went out there. He did a couple of things, was a little bit nervous, but did a couple of good things out there. But then when he got his first start against Arkansas, did some great things, played well, looked under control, looked confident. Why? Because he knew, okay, now I'm the guy. And he started to play and develop like, hey, I'm the guy at this point. But against Auburn, yes, he had the 2 mistakes. Yes, he had the 2 turnovers. But like Coach Saban always says, what is your resolve? How do you bounce back? How do you respond? People are going to have mistakes on the football field. When Bryce Young gets his chance, he is going to have a mistake or 2 on the football field. It's part of football. It's part of life. But how do you respond from that? And you saw the likes of, Mac Jones go out there, 4 touchdowns, 335 passing yards, had that chemistry with one Jalen Waddle, on the field. And Sark talked about, man, the toughness he showed, man, the moxie Mac showed, man, the leadership he showed. Yes, it was tough, but after the 2 mistakes, what a game, this young man had, on the football field. So really like what Mac Jones was able to bring. Really like what Mac Jones was able to deliver there, for the Crimson Tide, in that match. Thank you for watching Touchdown Alabama Magazine's YouTube channel. To continue to get the best in Alabama football content, subscribe here and turn on your notifications to stay connected with the hottest shows covering your Crimson Tide.